Within CrowdStrike, how are you using generative AI? All of this kind of.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole piece that we use for our customers, and it's all built into our technology. But internally, we've got sort of a Gen AI everywhere sort of approach, right? So we took areas. I always look for how do you get immediate success? It's a crawl, walk, run, right? And you can spend a lot of money, do a lot of things, and if you don't have the success that builds on success, then things fall apart. So one of the first areas that we actually started with was legal. And that's an area. What you look at Gen AI, I mean, basically, you're taking words, you're tokenizing them, and you're making sense of them, right? You're predicting the next kind of what should come. Last I checked, legal is a lot of words, right? So essentially, what we've been able to do is dramatically cut down our time in terms of reading contracts, in terms of redlining contracts, in terms of looking at differences between the two, making sense in searches, and there's just a lot of money that we would spend with paralegals and such. You don't have to do that today. So that's been I think a big success for us. On the sales side, we do a lot of analytics and Gen AI around predicting customer intent, what they're going to do, how they're using the product, those sort of things. And then certainly in the product side, although that's been a crawl, walk, run, because in the old days, what we would find is you would have a young programmer that would say, I need to do this. And they'd go out to an internet search place. There's repositories, and they would get the code and they would go, oh, this does what I need to put it in, right? But if that code had vulnerabilities, then it just propagates, right?
Comes with it.
Comes with it. Well, the AI code isn't always the most effective either, right? So it can generate a lot of superfluous code with a lot of bugs in it, so you have to manage it. So we've been going through a crawl, walk, run. We use it for sure, but it's very specific in areas that we think we can control it and manage it. It's actually pretty good at finding bugs and going through test scenarios, but that's how we use it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, for you to get talent and find talent, I mean, everybody's competing for the best CISO.
Yeah.
Where do you find your talent? Are you affected by this decision by the White House for?
I think anybody. Look, we have lots of international employees, so whatever the cost is, we deal with it. I mean, we do have some offshore, outside the U.S., but it costs what it costs, right?
Yeah.
And we just deal with it. But talent for any company is a really hard thing. Certainly in the AI space, you've seen all the dollars that are being thrown around in some of the larger companies. So I think what has made CrowdStrike successful is really the purpose and the mission. We have a concept at CrowdStrike is we don't have a mission statement. We're on a mission. So it's because it's good and bad. It's the story that's as old as time, right? It's good versus evil. It just happens to be people behind a keyboard, electronic. So we have a lot of people that come from law enforcement, come from the military, come from certainly corporations, but they can work where they want, but they enjoy the fight and keeping our customers safe. So it's always competitive, but I think having a real mission and purpose is really serve